Do you plan on bringing back accountability and restore accreditation?
Yes, to both.
Why is
How in the
accreditation important?
world? Wow. I tell people this, and as a matter of fact, I tell my college students this when we're talking about police administration and accreditation comes up. Would you want to go to a diploma mill college? Would you want to send your kid to a diploma mill college that for $10,000 you write a check and you get your degree? That's not accredited. What would you want to have your child's tonsils out by a doctor that has no accrediting body overseeing their business? Would you want to have brain surgery by somebody that does not have an overseeing body? Accreditation, it was created because not that long ago, there were law enforcement agencies all over the United States that were doing things their own way. I remember teaching a class in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was teaching an undercover class, and they were talking about, they were actually a county that was 2 counties north of Kalamazoo. They were talking to me about their policy of paying their informants with drugs. That's how they paid their informants. There is another agency that has a policy that you cannot carry a weapon when you're working undercover. There's another one that has no policy whatsoever against having sexual relations with informants. You can just have, your policy can be whatever you want it to be. There's absolutely no consistency across the board. Accredited agencies, what that is telling the community is what we do is industry standard, it is best practices. Why wouldn't you want to send that statement to your community that the people that are carrying badges and guns that are responsible for protecting you and that stand in between you and the evildoers, that the way you do business is at the top of industry standards and in conformance with best practices? Why wouldn't you do that? To save money. Ask the appointed sheriff how much money he saves every year by dropping accreditation. It's minimal, a couple $1,000s. Now, if you're in a tough budgetary time, now would not be the time to seek accreditation. Like, we've never been accredited before, so we want to try to become accredited. That is a lengthy and costly process. But once you already are accredited, which Hernando County Sheriff's Office was, dropping it is not a money savings issue. In the long run, it's going to be a costlier issue because you have lost a hedge of protection that you had against lawsuits, against liability. Because the best defense to liability is, why do you think it's okay to deploy stop sticks to stop somebody from fleeing you? That's a draconian thing. Why would you do that? Well, because it's industry standard and it is best practices. And you know what? Everybody else does it. Because that's what you get from accredited agencies. This has already gone through the gamut of the lawyers. It's already gone through the way everybody does things, and what society accepts, what the courts accept, and what the lawyers say is good, are good practices. So you've lost that. We're no longer an accredited agency. We don't have that. We do not have that hedge of protection anymore. We need to regain it. We need to regain it quick because we're still pretty much in compliance. It's not going to cost very much at all to regain our accreditation. But if we let it continue to lapse year after year after year, which it appears the appointed sheriff is planning on doing, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be costly to become reaccredited in the long run.
Very well said.